Happy Homebrew Wednesday, folks. Ryan Patrick Murphy here. Calm down, I'm drinking from a can. Got a new glass at Target. Says I don't really care about what it said, I just thought the shape of the glass was cool. It says you can't drink all day unless you start in the morning, but even down to the bottom it looks like a can. I'm drinking some of my Continental Pilsner. It's the ale version. Didn't come out great. I mean, it doesn't taste bad, but that Liberty flavor's not really coming through a whole lot like it did when I actually lagered it. It just was about 2 weeks in primary and just under a week in secondary, so you know, I kind of expected it to, I don't know what I was expecting, but it's an ale instead, and it just not a whole lot of flavor. Well, anyway, what do we got going on? Had a little experiment with some Glacier hops. I did a 1 gallon, and it's been in the primer for 3 weeks. I need to get that bottled. I was going to do that this weekend and then kind of forgot. So I hope I'll try to get that done today, either during brewing or something here. Oh, I'm brewing today. I know I just brewed last week, but I'm brewing again. What am I brewing? Well, let's take a look. It's the Rychannel YouTube Amber Ale. Yes, that's right. We got some grains and some, extracts, little yeast, some hops. So we're finally doing it. I'm finally doing it. The Rychannel YouTube Amber Ale will come up with a better name later. We got 3 pounds of Maris Otter, 4 ounces of Cara Munich 3, and 4 ounces of Crystal 77. Smells good. It was just milled today. This is a mini mash, folks. Sparkling Amber LME, pound of Amber DME, care of Muntins. All unhopped stuff. Except for the hops. I mean, they're hopped. They're hopped up. Not really. The grains, you're probably wondering. So, the grain, there's a little, whoa. Sorry about that. All the ingredients were suggested by viewers. I had to, most of the ingredients, except for midnight wheat and Dan ABA, I was not about to put midnight wheat in the Amber Ale. I'm not even sure I could get midnight wheat here, but we're all light. Everyone was suggesting light colored grains. Munich, maybe Vienna was one of them, Cara Munich and all that. So Maris Otter. So Cara Munich was one suggested, Maris Otter was suggested, but I had to do the Crystal 77 to darken it a little bit so it would count as an amber ale. So that's why that's one is in there. If you're paying attention, which you're probably not at this point because it's been like 10 months and I'm just now making it. So we have some hops here. We got Amarillo for 60 minutes. It's 8.2% alpha acid. I was going to do just 1 ounce of tetanoling, but they ended up being about half the alpha acid that Beersmith had. So that's the 2 ounces of German tetanoling. One will be at 10 minutes and I think one will be at 2. And then an ounce, and these are 2.4% alpha acid, and then an ounce of Czech Saaz at 3.6% alpha acid. I was going to use SO4 for my yeast, but I decided to, it's a little special. Let's go with something a little fancier. This is the London Ale 3, and it is less than 6 months old. It was manufactured April 2015. It's even April 1st. I think that's the sign. But anyway, so we got that. It's getting ready to incubate. I'm in the middle of doing laundry and whatnot right now. So once that's done, I can get started. Just kicking over a carboy there. Arm's getting tired. I need to put this back. There we go. So that's what I'm doing today. Mini mashing. A little beer. And let's see. So back in March, during my live cast, people voted. They voted for an amber ale. So I tried to make an amber ale with a whole bunch of German ingredients here. So there's that. But we'll find out how it tastes. Maybe it'll be a great beer. I thought about putting some Cascade in there. I think it was one of the suggested hops, but the IBUs are going to be too high unless I really put it down towards the bottom. And maybe I still will. I don't know. Just because I have some hops I need to get rid of still. I don't want to have too much hop matter in this beer, though. Anyway, what else we have? We all know, everybody knows about this book, okay? But I bought a new book on Friday. I've never bought a homebrew book at all. Been brewing since 2013. I kind of know what I'm doing. But I went out and bought this book just because it'd be cool to have it, you know, Mr. Palmer's book. I tell you what, I even went through where the chapter just about, here's how you just get a beer brewed today. There's a few things in there that I learned that I didn't even know. Right now I'm on page 79 or so. So I'm getting through it. But it's a good read. I recommend you buy it. I'm learning a whole bunch of stuff in here. I was amazed about the stuff I didn't know. And even if you're someone who's been brewing for 10 years, if you've never read a homebrew book and you've just been doing it by the seat of your pants, get that book. You'll learn a few things. One thing that he mentioned was, and this was in the beginner chapter, it was if you got to worry about boil over or whatever, you know, throw a few pennies in the pot, and that'll keep it from boiling over. I don't know why. I'm not going to throw money in my brew kettle just because that's disgusting. Despite it, you know, getting boiled, it's just gross, right? So last week I did my homebrew, the Copper Toned Ale, on the induction cooktop. So let me show you that real quick here. See if we can get through the mess of my. So this is the cooktop. I think the actual induction is in this ring here. One thing I've noticed is that when I use my kettle is not technically induction ready, but it works. So I guess it is induction ready. It wasn't intended to be. And where this circle was here, you could still see. That's where all the malt, you know, sometimes you get malt that builds up on the bottom, and a lot of times it builds up where the burners are, and it puts those rings in the bottom of my pot. I'm on the electric stove, that is. And here it seemed to just kind of clump up here. But I think it's heating up around here. I'm not sure. We're going to do the whole thing on this again this week. But except for the sparge water, that'll still get created on the stove just because, well, it just works better that way. Then I don't have to worry about trying to reheat two things. I only got one burner here, so do the sparge water while the beer or the mort is mashing, or the grains are mashing. So whole bunch of camera work today. Also upgraded to Windows 10 this week. I really enjoy it, but there's no movie maker in Windows 10 now, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to edit my videos. I know YouTube has its video editor, but I don't usually have good luck with that one, so probably have to go into Adobe Premiere or something. You know, Premiere's a great program and all, but it's a little advanced and I have a little bit of trouble learning it, so I can still get a video out with it, just may not be the quality that I could do with Movie Maker, since I'm more familiar with that one. But if anyone has a suggestion for a really good video editing program that's cheap or free, let me know. Anyway, we'll catch you next week. Cheers, 17.